Welcome back. This is Blood on the Clocktower weekly puzzle number 16. I haven't recorded one of these in a while, so let's see how it goes. This one is titled, Who Watches the Watchman? Which I quite enjoy as a title, because it brings the question, who watches the watchman who's watching the watchman? Anyway. Maybe the rules will... They won't, but I just need to figure out a way to segue into the rules. Anyway, so there's a demon, there's a minion. Looks like about TB. Evil players lie, good players tell the truth. Default outsider count is 1, okay. And there can be a baron, and then there would be 3. There's saint, recluse, or drunk. I'm not evil or drunk, because I am the saint. That is nice. Okay, so we know that I am an outsider, we know that I am good, obviously. Great. So this accounts for so let's think about the implications of this, yes? I am an outsider. I think there can only be one piece of misinformation, other than the evils, of course. Because, if there's a baron, right, there's a piece of misinfo from the drunk. And then if there isn't, there's a piece of misinfo from poisoner. Or I guess spy, sort of. And I mean potential misinfo, right? Okay, something that we can immediately see is Oscar is claiming outsider. So, we can think about that, I guess. Okay, let's just read some people, and then we can try making evil team. Okay, Olivia saw a 0 and then a 1. Oh yeah, there's 3 knights, which is kinda fun, I guess. Okay, Hannah says Oscar or Tim is chef. Tim is alive, so that's hopeful. There's one pair of adjacent evil players, so they learned a 1. Okay. I chose Tim on the first night. Okay, so Fraser is saying they picked Tim, and then Tim is saying that they didn't learn anything. Fascinating. So, okay. And then Sarah says Olivia or Hannah is poisoner. Where's Olivia? Okay, they're both dead. But one was actually killed, right? Olivia died. So that's unlikely, right? It would probably be Hannah if Sarah was evil. Or if Sarah was good, I mean. Okay, let's think. Okay, the first world I want to do, right, is perhaps just Hannah Oscar. I think I want to start with Oscar being evil and see what comes from that. Let's go with. Ooh, but then that doesn't. Okay, let's say Oscar Hannah, right? And then and then we're gonna make Hannah poisoner. And then we're gonna make Oscar the demon. And my idea is that maybe this was poisoned? Is that possible? I chose Tim on the first night. Like, theoretically, it's possible that Hannah poison snipes Fraser, right? And then Tim doesn't learn about it. And then... Oh. No. Okay, I don't know if there's a way to explain the empath, though. Right. Like, yeah, you can have Hannah poison Fraser, and then... Because Hannah then is executed, so there's no way to account for Olivia then. Okay, so I don't think it can be Hannah Oscar. Can it be... What's another good? Do I just keep making it... Do I just keep doing this? Well... Tim is weird. Why is Tim saying they didn't learn a Night Watchman? I guess we could always make it Fraser, but... Fraser is... Oh god. How many... Okay, so there's exactly, given someone's alive, right? There's been 3 nights, right? So there's 3 poisons that are possible. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try more Oscar worlds because I think that makes sense. Okay, let's go Oscar. It's not Oscar Hannah. Let's try Oscar 10. And then we'll say, what will we say? Well, we'll say that, well, Tim has a no on them though. Tim has a no. Hannah, okay, Hannah, Olivia, Tim. Olivia, Hannah, Tim. Okay, perhaps. Wait, so could it just not be Tim? Because if it's Tim, I would have to. Well, maybe it's still possible. Okay, let's try this. Oh no, it's not possible because you have to account for the investigator and the fortune teller info. So that's not possible. Okay, can we make it? Sarah? Probably not, because we have. Oh well, maybe. Maybe we can make it Sarah. Let's see. Well, if it's Sarah... Oh, no, it doesn't work, because both Fraser and Tim would have to be poisoned, right? Isn't that how that works? I chose Tim. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, let's try... I wonder if I can make it... How did Fraser die? No, Fraser was executed, so it can't be that. I wonder if Fraser can be the poisoner? That seems iffy, but let's try it. Well, if Fraser's poisoner, then I mean, this would have to be poisoned, right? And then, okay. This might work for a little bit. So, first night, first night, Fraser poisons Sarah, I believe. And then they get a no on Hannah and Tim, which is fine. Olivia gets a 0, which is correct. I'm dead. Or I'm good, of course, and then they're adjacent. Okay, so first night, night 1, Fraser... I'm gonna just draw this again. This is night 1. We poison Sarah. Then, Hannah is executed. Let's just mark that as a black. And then I die. Bad kill from the demon. That's how I know it's not a spy game. I'm kind of joking. Okay, and then I die. So Hannah and I die. And then we see if there's any info that is problematic. It would only be Olivia, I think. But we can say that Olivia was poisoned. So we'll say night 2, Fraser poisons Olivia. Oh my god, night. And then what happens? Well, that's fine, right? Because then Fraser is executed. So, and then Fraser's executed. Fraser is now dead. And then Olivia dies, and Sarah doesn't pick Oscar. So I mean, that was kind of quick, but I do think that works as a world where you poison Sarah, then Olivia, and then that's it, right? We have one outsider. The Hannah's information always makes sense. Oops. They are adjacent. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's... I sort of feel like this is wrong for some reason, even though I just went through it, but without further ado, I said that very weird. Without further ado, let's check the solution. Hello, welcome back. I think I might have said that while I was scrolling down, but it's fine. Anyway, let's find out if this is correct. Let's see. It looks like we are gonna... Wait, where's the solution? Maybe it's Bester 413. Probably just goes by BSTR. Anyway, do you say 413 or would you say 413 here? Or would you say 413, in which case you are wrong? Okay, according to this person, Oscar, Imp, Hannah, Poisoner, who poisoned Fraser and then Olivia. Wait, that's not what I said. Oscar, Imp, Hannah, Poisoner. I mean, that's close to what I said. Is there... Oscar's a demon, Fraser's the poisoner. I think... Nicely done. Okay, great, thank you, great. Fatal tragedy, I appreciate your assistance. Yes, Oscar is a demon, Fraser is the poisoner who poisoned Sarah, and then words, and then... Wait, did I just say that totally wrong? Wait, hold on, did I get that right or not? Oscar's demon, Fraser is poisoner. Right, okay, great. Yes, so we poisoned Sarah, and then we poisoned Olivia. That is exactly what I said. Oh my god, that it took me longer, I'm gonna cut that out, but it took me longer to just remember 4 names and parse through that than solving this puzzle. Like, okay, anyway. That was the puzzle. I can't help but feel like I sort of stumbled into the correct answer, but I think it was fairly easy to rule out Baron. There was just so much info that I had to account for that Poisoner was the only real minion candidate in my opinion. And then just, you know, given Oscar's claiming Recluse, I was just like, okay, we're going after that. Anyway, and now for a quick story, because I feel like it. I was playing this was around maybe 3 years ago. I was playing a game in person, which at that point I haven't done outside of college. And, at like my community game center. And a lot of the players were newer players, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna do really well. Fun fact, I did not do very well, because the demon ended up claiming Recluse. There was one other person who knew what they were doing, and I'm assuming they told the demon to just claim Recluse. And literally day 1, I was like, guys, we should just kill this person, because they're claiming an outsider, we don't need them, right? Let's just kill them. And everyone was pushing back on it so hard. I was like, why can't we just kill this person? And everyone's like, and granted, half of it is because they're new players, but everyone's like, no, we can't just kill them. And I'm like, they're just a good kill. So we just don't kill them. And then I just, for some reason, don't think more about it. I just don't, and I don't know why. Saying they just stayed silent the whole game and we just never killed them. Like, very unfortunate. I feel like I'd like to think that I've since gotten better and would push a lot harder on that. But anyway, that's my story. I don't know if that's interesting. I'll probably see if I'm going to cut that out. Okay, anyway, that was the puzzle. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you another time. Bye-bye.